Hi guys, Boomer here for Caravel Gaming, and today we've got a more spicy one to go into the arena with. This is a Wild Sapphire combo deck, which some of you who've been with us for a long time might recognise, but in the PvE arena it gets a bit more powerful because of the equipment. It's still behind the aggro decks in my regards, so it still depends a lot on what matchups you get, how good the deck is, so it's definitely not as smooth as the other two decks I've got in getting through the arena. Still, this is quite fun and it does some very powerful things. I have tried to record an arena once before, but my mana just was all over the place and it wasn't much fun to look at, so I've decided to give it another go. I've tweaked the mana around a little bit. Basically, we've got 24 shards, 3 chimes of the Zodiac. This is something that makes the deck really tick. When you play an action, copy it. Then we've got mana, and lots of it. We have 4 hex engines. I'm actually going to make a quick change here. I've been wondering whether to do this or not, and a couple of runs that I have done have pretty much convinced me that it's the correct thing to do. We have 4 hex engines, 4 howling braves, 4 chlorophyllias. They are our accelerants to get us up to this 7 mana beast anyway, and the more mana this deck has, the better, basically. We then have our card draw, and lots of that. A couple of zodiac divinations, 4 peaks, 4 oracle songs. So that's your 10 card draw. We also have 3 Archmage Rentlock whenever you play an action draw card. So that's a lot of card draw. And then we have the engine, which is Mastery of Time and Crash at Beasts. That's basically how you're going to end up winning the game. This deck can go off as early as like turn 4 probably, but realistically it's like turn 5 or 6, which is plenty fast enough against most of the arena decks. It's only really Avalanche Giant and who's the other one? Malice Demon, who will give you sort of major trouble on that regard. But this should be fairly solid against the bosses. Equipment, we've got Gardener's Hat, which makes Chlorophylia cost 1, so that's responsible for most of the explosiveness that this deck can come up with. Renlock's Chestplate, whenever you play an action, Renlock gets +1/+1, which is ridiculous. He can be 10/10, 11/11 coming in. Shoes of Divine Foresight. Zodiac Divinations basically start chaining. They basically make your other stuff into mini Zodiac Divinations. Song of the Ancestors. Your Oracle songs become quick. Gloves of the Archmage. When the Archmage comes into play, put an action card from your graveyard to your hands. Often this is Chlorophylia, just so that you can get +1/+1 and draw a card immediately. And Constellation Blade, which is Zodiac Divinations, have the top 3 cards of each opposing champion's deck get +1. I'm basically playing all the equipment I possibly can, so there's not really any debate to have regarding the equipment. I've got Running Deer as the champion to give me a little bit of... Usually gives you 1 extra turn against a lot of the decks out there. Forgot to select a sleeve. I'll tell you what, we'll go with the Frost Ring Perfect sleeve, because I like the Frostwing sleeve. You'll notice I don't have the Uranars sleeve yet, because in something like 120 arena runs that I've done, I have not seen him once. So at the moment, I really think that Uranars is a lie, and I'm not the only one who thinks that. So we're up against Zodiac Shaman first. The reason that I've gone as low as I have done on Wild Shards is basically because of Chlorophylia and Howling Brave. Once you get 1 Wild Shard, you get 2. So that's just the way I'm going. And obviously this is what happens right off the bat. Seriously, today my deck has just been completely hating me. It's been a proper I really hate you. I'm not giving you any mixture of shards and spells. You're not going to get card draw spell. It's just been one of those days so far today. But I figured that we were going to have, we should have at least some fun with the deck. And let's start off with a Howling Brave. I'm going to save this peak for after. I might actually, thinking about it, I may actually burn the peak just to draw a card. That's interesting. I think I want to go Sapphire Shard, make Howling Brave. Hold up the Howling Brave because I want the... I'm going to just cash in peak for a card because I can pick it up again with Renlock. It's game 1 and peak. And we get a crash, okay. Draw 1 is fine on that front. We can actually cast the Archmage without compromising anything here, so this seems fine. Pick up the peak. That's such massive card advantage with what he, with what he does. You can just plan your turns around it. Okay, so he doesn't have Solitary Exile for the Archmage. I'm not going to attack with the Archmage because it's very possible that I will get... it's very possible that I will end up getting Kablamoed for it. I'm actually just going to hold and I'm going to cast Oracle Song at end of turn. I'm not in any rush here, and that's something that many combo players, certainly when they're playing Magic, can actually learn. If you're playing Magic or you're playing Hearthstone, you're playing Patron Warrior in Hearthstone or something like that, you don't have to go as early as possible. You just have to go when it is right to go. So let's cast Chlorophylia here, get another shard. I was hoping not to draw another shard out of that. Yeah, sure, let's just... If he's got Repel, let's just bait it. Okay, doesn't have it, so let's Zodiac Divination and try and at least get some playable cards out of this. Perfect. We can play Chlorophylia because it costs 0. And we draw 2 more shards. Flooded much? Not that it matters, but... what's that? 12, 15, 18 out of 20... Sorry, 7... Oh no, because of our Howling Braves. Okay, so it's not as bad as I thought. Sure, whatever. So I'll play this turn is to Chime's Mastery. Oh, thank God for being able to turn off mics. So Chimes... Take 2 extra turns, draw 2 cards. Attack for 12. I can't finish it this turn, so I'm just going to... Actually, I can finish it this turn. What am I talking about? There we go. As long as I attack with the Howling Braves, I can finish it that turn. Warbot. Now, this was actually a run earlier that I did where I was basically going, right, if I don't beat this, I can't possibly win in this run. And that was pretty much it. Warbot is not a difficult match at all. However, you can just get the draws where it goes, what do you mean you have shards and spells? You don't have that at all. Okay, this is a cracking draw. Well, sort of. He's on the play, so we'll see what he comes up with. Doesn't have charge bot, okay. I'll play the shard of Instinct. It is possible that they should make Sapphire Shard, waiting to draw another card, because if I draw a Wild Shard, I can then use the Shard of Purpose on like a turn 3. I can use that for Sapphire rather than using it for Wild. So let's just go up to 25. Next turn we're going to draw 3 with the Zodiac Divination. And that'll also make his stuff more expensive. And since he's managed to screw out on mana... Ooh, well, that's bad for him, but good for me. And I'm not really that sympathetic to AIs. Wow, that was terrible. Well, at least it means next turn I get the chimes. Bad Zodiac Divination. Bad Zodiac Divination. So those, you know, there comes a time when you probably have enough mana. It's this turn 4, is it? Yeah. Okay, so he's going to come in for at least 5. 5 is fine. Right. So I don't want to make Archmage until I can Mastery of Time. It's a good draw again. Actually, that's an incredible draw. It's a draw 6. Draw 6, make all of his stuff on his deck incredibly expensive. Cool. Don't really want to cast anything at this point, so I'm just going to skip. I don't need 4 Masteries. Also, I can dig it up with Renlock, so that is perfectly fine as well. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so he's got an 8/8. Take 9. Get ready for something spectacular. Let's go Hex Engine. Oi. 8. Archmage Renlock. Pick up the... That Mastery of Time should cost 4, but either way I'm going to pick it up. Oh no, it's the one that costs 5. Cast the one that costs 4 thanks to Zodiac Divination. And now witness what is about to happen. First things first, let's make Hex Engine so we've got a bit more mana to play with. We will Oracle Song me because I want a Sapphire Shard so my peaks go further. Some bad draws in this deck sometimes, but I don't think it matters. Okay, peak. Get Crash. I don't actually think there's anything left for Chlorophylia to get. Let's see. I don't think there is. All I'm doing is buffing up. Oh no, there's one. All I'm doing is buffing up the Archmage, but... Crash. Peak. It's like, do you get the idea of what is happening yet? 9. Don't need old shards. Don't need that. Don't need that. And I don't need that either. Probably chuck one of these. Got so many of them in the deck now. Make sure I cast that, because I am going to need another turn after this one. So as you can see, this probably isn't the most efficient way of completing the arena, but it definitely has things on its side. And remember, because of the way the escalation mechanic and chimes works, it creates another physical copy and shuffles it into your deck. So when I peak like so, you should see a lot of crashes. Even though I've discarded one. Well. You can still get some pretty iffy results. Attack for 23. He goes down to 2. And then we just attack and kill him. Let's make the Hex Engine just for the hell of it. And no greater success than excess. Don't know how much damage this is, but it's quite a lot. It is 124. Okay. Which is quite a lot when your starting life total is 20. Sniper, okay. He has the potential to come out fairly hard on turn 4. So again, I'm hoping for my mana acceleration and to be able to do things quickly. That's okay because I can peek for a wild shard and then we're away. At least that's my thought behind it. It's possible this could be too slow, but we just have to wait and see. He doesn't have a Ruby Pyro, which is a really good start for me. Oh. Now this is actually really good because if I get to Zodiac Divination turn 3, I can lock some of his 4 mana stuff on top of his library. Okay, that's just Swift Strike. I don't really care about Swift Strike. Okay, this might lock some stuff on top of his deck. Either way, it's a draw 3, which is incredible. Ooh, baby. Might not even need the chimes this game. It's more than likely I will, but you know. First strike, don't care. Right, I'm still a mana off doing that, so I'm going to Archmage, pick up the Zodiac Divination, gain 5, and cast Crasher Beast, because that again gets Archmage outside of Crackling Bolt range, and it just means the only 2 creatures you can attack with really are these 2. Yep, sure. I think I'm still doing fine because I can just untap and make chimes this turn. And I'm hoping that that will end up being enough. But it could be close. It certainly could be close. He could have a growth spell, so I'm literally just going to block with the Rhino. Okay, so he could have me dead next turn, so we're going to have to motor a little bit here. Pete gets us deeper in our deck than... Okay, we're good. It's like Pete gets us deeper in the deck than Oracle Song does. That's all terrible what it showed me there. Okay, so I've got 6 mana. 2 goes to 4. So yeah, I have to mastery now. And pass. Still not out of the woods here. I will discard the shard. I mean, the advantage is I am going to draw a huge amount of cards, so I think this is 6 cards I'm about to draw here, so... And I still have another turn after this one. So I've got 4 available. So let's peek. Chlorophylla is a pretty good one, actually. And we draw mastery. Okay. Gonna draw a second mastery. Chlorophylla. And Chlorophylla again. I think that's all of them. Oh no. It's definitely all of them now, I think, but yeah. Really? Okay, go to 19. Activate that, cast Crash. Because we've got to get motoring. See to attack phase. Not yet. Discard that, that, and that. Cast that. So I've got 2 more turns now. Cast Crash. Cast Oracle Song targeting me. And me again. Six mana Hex Engine. 4 mana Hex Engine. Just for the embiggening. And I think 16's big enough to attack with. Okay, so we don't need to do anything else. So yeah, he put us on a little bit of a clock there, but we had a fast enough start with enough mana acceleration that it ended up not really mattering. Retaliation Strike. Cool. So we might get a perfect tier to start off with, which is nice. The only issue with that is that we might end up with 3 bad creatures. Yeah, I'm definitely convinced Uranars is a lie. Okay, that's cool. Oh no, not Inferno. this is one of the, this is one of the issues that you have with playing a deck like this, is that, like, Inferno is such a terrible challenge for you. There are some challenges that are just flat out horrible for you. However, occasionally you do get quite nice draws like that. But racing that Inferno is going to be tough if it keeps hitting me. I mean, fortunately, I've got game 5, so I've just undone everything that it's done. And it does put the Avenging Angel on a clock as well. Nothing, huh? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Freebie, freebie. Yep, this is Avenging Angel's ability. 4 random troops in each champion's deck when you draw this, play it for free. Unless it hits all of my Howling Braves, at least one of my Renlocks is going to be free. I think I want the Chlorophylia because I want more mana. And sure, I'll attack for 4 and just put him under... at the end of the day, Inferno's putting him under pretty serious pressure as well. Yeah, he's on 8 now, so he's actually dead. Yep, sure. 5, so he makes an angel of some description. Yep, my Archmage is going to be bigger than both. Make Oracle Song at end of turn, draw 2 cards. Cast Peak. Chimes of the Zodiac, please. Okay. Could have done without that. Do I trade my Archmage for both his guys? I think I do because I can't risk. Oh no! Oh, I'm such a moron. I am such a moron. Wow, that was terrible. Why was I attacking with this? I mean, admittedly, he was dead to the Inferno at that point, but... And I get hit again. Okay, go up to 15. Draw 4. Just hold back. He's still dead to the Inferno, which doesn't hit him. So he's got a 25% chance to stay alive at this point. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Hit again with it. RNG. At its finest. Doesn't matter though, we got a win thanks to the fact we gained 10 life. If we hadn't gained 10 life there, we actually would have lost. I get to start against Zarlox with a resource in play. Well, this should be interesting. A lot of this depends on how good Zarlox's mill is. If he gets super hot mill, then I'm going to be in trouble come what may. If he doesn't, I think I just combo him and ignore absolutely everything he does. So I've got a turn. It won't be a turn 2 Archmage, but... So he's on 5, which is a good start. I get 1 resource. And 4 mana on turn 2. Cookie. Although, again, looking for a shard. I don't want to cast Peak on 1 because it'll mean I have to draw a... it'll mean I have to draw one of those stupid eggs if I draw it. So... Okay. Well, he milled the chimes, that's it. Okay. Excellent. Now we'd go what is known as batshit bonkers. The Archmage is probably going to die through me doing this, but hey. All I'm looking to do is draw chimes at this point. There's the word. And he missed. Did he get both my chimes? No, he got my other 2 Archmages and he got a Chimes of the Zodiac. Oh god, I should have peeked at end of turn. There's the chimes. Okay. I want that. I'm just really paranoid about drawing cards at the moment because of the tarantulas. I mean, he's gone through half my deck without seeing one, so I think we're okay, maybe. I'm just turning the boy sideways. Put him on such low life that it won't matter. I've got everything I need, so he's going to mill me this turn and probably kill the Archmage. Wow, he missed again? Seriously? Has he got all my Crasher Beasts? 1, 2, 3. No, I have 1 Crasher Beast left. That was dumb. Yeah, that was dumb. Don't do that, children. Well, it looks like we've had a rather fortuitous victory over here. It's really strange how you set yourself up against him. Basically, you always want your chimes in play. And you can... This is pretty difficult if you don't get the artifact acceleration. But usually you're so fast you end up winning. Usually your fundamental turn is faster than his. Case in point. Excuse me. Wasn't what I wanted to draw. the turn 1 chlorophyllias are always quite fine. Okay, well, he's going to draw me to my combo pieces faster, but... Or he's just going to draw me to more shards faster, whichever way you want this to go. Not casting anything this turn, so it's okay to make one of these. At the end of the day, there's one booby trap in my deck, and I'm gaining 4 a turn. Cool with that. Oh, I hit the one booby trap in my deck, I see. Let's gain the life back. Do I want to burn the peak now or wait? What the? Okay. I'm going to burn it now because I can actually cast Chimes next turn if it's on top of my library, and if it's not, at least I get some bad cards away. It's like, speaking of things which are funny to do in this deck, which one's he taking? That one, okay. They are highly annoying in this deck. Don't lose the Chimes. Good. In fact, in that case, I don't want to do anything. I hit the one booby trap again. How good am I at hitting booby traps? What would be really awkward here is if he has another Imp Hoodlums, but there's really nothing I can do about that. Basically, it's cross fingers, and if he doesn't have another Imp Hoodlums, we are okay. Block. Add a mana just in case. Don't have one. That's okay. Okay. I think we're okay. Wow. I'm going to cast the Oracle Song because we're just going to draw that many cards. I don't think there are that many booby traps in my deck. I certainly don't need Archmage in play. Otherwise, the likelihood is that I will deck out. Peak. As you can see, I can avoid the booby traps by using Peak. What? Oh, yeah. I forgot to cast Mastery of Time. How dumb am I? Thought he had double heat wave for a minute then. I was about to get very panicky. Rummaging much? And I take one for the leading team from... He's hit me with all his booby traps. Let's just refill the deck a little bit. Victory! Okay, that's one of my tough matchups down. That one can be very difficult because I draw so many cards. It's sort of the same thing, the same thing with Zarlox as well. It's like I draw so many cards that their secondary abilities become really sort of awful for me. You also saw there in the Zarlox one, it's like I can lose all of one card, and if you're playing a combo deck, losing all of one particular card can get very, very hairy. No, I can do better than this. You just don't take hands which have 2 chimes in their opening hand unless you have a shed load of acceleration. Well, I've got a lot of acceleration here. I just need card draw to get me back into it. But I am on the draw, so... can pop a couple of things here. Like all the mana acceleration, all of it. You can also use a build like this to just build like a really fat wild deck. It's like that'd work quite well as well. Okay, so now I'm on higher life than him, so his ability is sort of nullified for a bit. It's not nullified for long, but you know, every little bit helps. Sure. You know what I don't need at the moment? This Howling Brave. Feel free to block it. Yeah, this could be one of those all acceleration, no draw draws. They are awkward when you have them. Yes! Well, at least that means I can play Zodiac Divination if I draw it. Trying desperately to keep him pinned back here, because the moment he gets to use that ability is the moment I die. Oh. Yep, now I've got to hold back and hope to stop drawing mana. I think we've got our first loss coming here, guys. Maybe not. I am happy to trade. He's probably got blood auras, but... well, that was dumb if he's willing to take that trade. Oh, Jesus. 5-5. Yeah. Really? I wouldn't mind, but I've casted 2 Chlorophyllias which are supposed to thin your deck, but I have drawn 14 cards and every single one has been a mana card. And now he's got his draw engine online there. Well, that's one part of it, I suppose. The sad fact is, here I can still win from this situation. You know, this situation is not totally hopeless. is if I keep drawing like that. Yeah, I can do this. This is effectively a very expensive draw too. Well, got another turn. Wow. Wow. I've drawn 11 shards in the top 22. 12 shards in the top 12 shards, 2 hex engines. Wow. That is beyond belief. Well. Right. I basically have this turn to draw anything. Unbelievable. It's doing its best. It really is doing its best. He is tapped out as well, so I have enough time to peek first. Get Archmage. Then Archmage. Look how many copies of Oracle Song there are in the bin. Wow, this is coming back from the brink. I think we'll discard some of these wild shards. Right, how many cards have we got left in deck? 25. So I can Zodiac Divination quite safely. I mean, to be fair, it's very hard for me not to draw something here. Or to not draw something. What's the correct version of that? Yeah, Chlorophylla gets nothing, which is fairly obvious. Woo! Two mana left. Guess another one of these. And one of these. Get a crash. And a crash. Hit you once. I'm actually very tempted to do a revenge attack and literally flood the board with Rhynos, but let's be professional, shall we? And also, I might lose my, I might lose the game just due to timing out if I did that. So he blocks Vampire King here, and the rest does a million. Good night. Deck did its best. Deck really did its best there. Ooh, Blood Sphinx. This is probably all going to depend on whether he gets his Inquisition copied. If he gets his Inquisition copied, then we're in real trouble. Oh, it's a challenge as well. As tempting as it is to do this, I'm going to do this. So he can't have turn 2 Inquisition, so that's good. I'm going to cast the Peak this turn. Or am I? I'm not, actually. I'm going to hold it. Okay, so he's got Wacky Sashi Ambusher, that's fine. Okay. Take that. And take Howling Brave. Let's just do that, because it'll make him use up some removal spells that I can then save on my Archmage. Rhino! I'll draw 3. It's not a good 3. Okay. 3 time ripples, my guy. Cool. So he's on 5. Or I'm on 5. So I've got 6. I just take 2 turns, don't I? Let's... It's a bit awkward that I've not got a... see, what have we got here? I like Peak. And I like Chlorophylla. Awesome. Oh, he's tapped out as well. Awesome. Peak now or peak later? Peak now. I want a Hex Engine. Funny thing is, I'm actually making his dude bigger, but that's not the problem. Right, second extra turn. This truly is doing it the long way. Let's do this before we do anything else. Discard Chlorophylla, discard Rhino. Sorry if you can hear my stomach rumbling there, I'm just a little hungry. Actually, F4. Okie dokie. This is going to be a long video. And now the game's got to catch up to all of them attacking. Oh, I think we might have our first loss here. Malice Demon. And we're on the draw, which sucks. Basically, we need Accelerant into Crasher Beasts too. Oh, if we had an Accelerant, that would have been amazing. Well, we're going to lose, but it was a decent run while it started. Yeah, we are definitely going to lose. We might as well just scoop now, probably, in order to save time. But we're going to at least try. Don't think there's any real reasoning, though. Unless he's got literally nothing, there is no way we're winning this. Yeah, nothing followed by nothing, and we might actually be minorly in this, but I can go like Chlorophylla into Crash of Rhinos, maybe. Might have helped there. Well, I have to put a blocker in the way next turn. So let's peek again. Take Shard over Chimes because I don't have time for Chimes. Crash a Beast, game 5 life. Whoops. Elite Pyro. He probably has Ruby Shard here. Ruby Aura. No? Okay. What have I got in here? 2 peaks. So he digs that guy up, okay. Still gonna die, that's okay. Still dies at end of turn. He's still got charges of that, okay. Oh, that was the worst draw possible. Howling Brave. If I can get that crash down and then Mastery of Time, I should be okay. Chump. This guy dies again. Okay. So I've got 8. So that's Crash. 9. Howling Brave. Mastery. Attack for 8. 9. Game 5. Attack for 18. Replace the Archmage, pick up Peak, cast Peak. Get another Howling Brave just as a chumper. Chlorophylia. Howling Brave. Go. He digs up his Spearman again. And he doesn't even attack with it. Cool. Okay. So he's on 3. Replace the Archmage again. Get a Peak. And double Peak. Pretty terrible, but hey, I think we've survived. He is going to gain a load of life this... Oh no, he's not got the mana to do it. We are good. And I'm going to show him how good. God, we were dead to so many things there. We were dead to so many things and we've gotten away with it. It's like such a shocking draw that we had as well. Wow. We're up against the Grand Concubunny. Well, that's 2 bad matchups down, so only Avalanche Giant to go, and we might be able to get a full round in. But you can see how this isn't the most efficient way of doing this. I'm going to keep this because I start with a resource in play. So I wouldn't keep it otherwise. I've basically got a free accelerant without having to play wild. So you can see how you kind of get, you know, you kind of go up and down like emotionally with this lot as well. It's draining. But I suppose that a lot of people go, oh, this is more fun. Yeah, it is, because, you know, you're not just doing same stuff all the time. I don't even need to put that down yet. Actually, I could have done, because I could have played the Howling Brave. They said, duh, boomer idiot. Don't think it's going to matter much, because at the moment he's just sitting there doing a sackload of nothing. And we'll just keep building up our resources. I mean, what we got now? 11 in play. Okay. Not sure why he didn't do the... not sure why he didn't get blood there, but this sort of stuff happens. Going to cast Chlorophylia because that's going to get more wild shards out of my deck. Just makes my Oracle Song very slightly better. He makes an irrelevant Shinare. Draw 2 more. Finally draw something that's at least a little relevant. What did he just make? Oh, a Necroface. I'd say, oh dear. When things go wrong is what's happening to poor old Concubunny here. How much have I got now? Not enough to do both, so I think I'll just take 2 extra turns. And then win! 10 beasts. This was rather calm and collected compared to the last one. Oh well, another perfect run. Yeah, if he makes a really fast Fist of Brigadon, we could be in trouble. But his ability should actually work for me in this game. Mulligan. Well, that's awkward. But we got to 2 charges already. And he's got chlorophyllias as well, so this is literally just a ramp fest. It's like I want to bait him into using his ability, but not on my Archmage. See how lucky I get. Yes! The phrase "more than a little" comes to mind. Okay. Oh, Fister Brigade, and now we've got issues. That's a pretty good peel, really. So it has to be Archmage into Crash, which will make him use his ability. Which I might keep some of my guys from. So his Cluckadon's going to kill my 1-1, okay. I'll block. Yeah, wow, gross the last card in your hand, that's cool. Not using it, wow. Right, if I draw a mastery here, I think he just lost. But of course I don't. So now I've got to think how much damage I can prevent. I've just got to peek again. Chlorophylla. There's mastery. Okay, so if I get 2 wild shards off this. 1. Come on. Yes. Eight. This is why you kill the Archmage when you have the chance. Divvy. Still feeling like you shouldn't have used your ability? Put him on 2. Now it's my turn again. And die. See, fast enough. There's no guarantee that the Archmage would have died. It still would have had a 40% chance of living if he'd have used his ability. But him not using his ability made it a little bit easier for us. Now, Ruby Enchantress can offer ability. She can get Zakia's blow up all the artifacts in the world ability. She also does run Verdict to the Ancient Kings in her deck. So it's potentially worrying, but I'm not gonna be too downhearted about it. The old Chlorophylia ramp, because I've then got turn 2 Oracle Song, and I can dig it up with the Archmage. I'm gonna not make Howling Brave because I want the cards more than I want 1 mana's worth of mana acceleration. You know what? That looks like fun. I'm gonna do the same. And he had to discard. I didn't. I'm doing it this way because I want the Chlorophyllias up for the Archmage. So that puts him on 5 toughness. And it's just like, you know, makes him very hard to deal with. Archmage, pick up Oracle Song. Chlorophylia, draw a card, get +1/+1. Chlorophylia, draw a card, get +1/+1. Howling Brave. So now she's going to have to use 2 spells to deal with this, and I've got like 1,000,000 mana to work with. Archmage of her own, I see. Mine's bigger. Okay. 8. Next turn I'm going to kill you through that Archmage. So at least that's my idea. We'll see what she comes up with. Burn. Yep, sure. Ruby Aura, fine. Crackling Wit, fine. None of this does anything. That is incredibly stupid. It's like, that is an incredibly bad attack. Guess I will just kill you. Just in case. Yeah, I don't think attacking with that 4/3 was the way forward there, but hey, each to their own. Ah, this could be a difficult fight. This could be very difficult. Depends how crazy he goes with reactor bots early. He's multi 5, so I'm inclined to keep this. It's like if he goes absolutely bonkers with reactor bots first up, then I've got problems. If not, I should be okay. I'm going to make Sapphire Shard first, because again, there's nothing I want to play on turn 2 for 3, and I might draw Wild Shard, in which case this is more usefully served as a blue... Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay. This is just the way you have to really... You have to think about the deck somewhat. I mean, obviously it's a screw fest, so it doesn't really matter, but, you know, you kind of get the idea. This is one of the few matchups where I will actually just make a naked Archmage without digging everything up. Well, this was a thing. Is he just dead to me casting Chaining Masteries? I think so, yeah. So, this was going to be a hard match, but it looks like he's just fallen on his face. Yeah, definitely fallen on his face. To be honest, I'm not sure he could have beaten this draw anyway. You know, unless he'd have gone like completely snooker loopy. I'm pretty sure he can't beat this. Still, free win, and I'll take that, because it's taken quite a long time to get all these wins, really. And we're 2 matches away. And we have been going for quite literally some time here. Keep. Oh, awkward. Same deal again. Nothing I want to cast on 3, so... Okay, Endbringer, huh? He could be dangerous. God, Chlorophyll is so good when it only costs 1. Oh, he's not got a 3rd mana. That's unfortunate. Right. I'm going to gain 5 and I'm going to draw 2 because it's my... the only way I'm really going to lose, well, is if he keeps drawing those sort of things. It's like the shrine just makes things so much easier for him. Cool. Right, thoughts. Yeah, I think that's it, because this means I can untap, slam Chimes, I'm not dead. And then we just try and work it from there. Wow! Okay. think I lose to a murder. I lose to millions of things here. That's bad. That's bad. Wow. And he can't deal with the Archmage. I think that we're good. Let's just do a bit of this. Don't quite know how we got out of that, but... And God, that Chimes of the Zodiac is so good. 10. Okay, and we get a bonus for the boss. What is this bonus? 2 charges. Excellent. Right, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Well, about 30 seconds, guys. Apologies for that, guys. I had to run off in a mad panic for a second. But we're going to take on His Majesty to finish off now. I will play first. We'll keep. And we will hope that His Majesty doesn't do something like make a flying Bolvar or something. He does put us on a clock, because if he has that, we can't actually beat it. So there are some things this deck can do which we can't beat. Well, there's one thing this deck can do we can't beat. Okay, I'll peek at end of turn. Basically, if we have pretty much any shard in the top 3, we're good. That's fine. I'm not actually going to rattle them all off because... Okay, I'll rattle 2 off. Keep 1 just because I want to pump the Archmage. Because I think that I think His Majesty does actually run... I think he does run Crackling Bolt. Okay. Right, so Archmage. Dig up Chlorophilia. Cast Chlorophilia. Cast Chlorophilia. Make Howling Brave. We have all the mana in the world. I think I can actually go for the kill. I think I can start looking towards killing him. I'm gonna go Zodiac Divination and then Crasher Beasts. attack for 7. And then I think next turn that should do it. Okay, makes Mentalist. Okay, I think we're good. Crash. Howling Brave. Master of Time. Crash of Beasts. I believe this is what is known as 5. Discard some wild shards. Game 5. Zodiac Divination. Jeez. Oracle Song. That is bad. But I think we've got there. Yep, 15 and 0 with combo liciousness. And I'm sorry it took as long as it did. Yep. Got all this stuff already, I believe. Yep. But another 6,600 gold to add to the account, and not a bad run through, I think you'll agree. So guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I will be back with a few more Hex Arenas because I do enjoy doing these, and I think that they should be something that we could do in the future, especially if we can come up with some cool decks. If you've got any ideas, let me know. And until next time, this is Boomer for Caravel Gaming, and thanks very much for watching.